once you have it remodeled and sprinklered if need be, and then with all your expenses you're putting into it, that would be the time to change that. There's no sense in paying that extra cost at this point in time to do such things. We made a couple additions. You had added a 2012 Case 621E wheel loader. The value was $126,500. We had added a 2007 John Deere 6420 with loader. That value was $60,000. We put both of them to be stored at the 12th Street Northeast location for that too. We added also an international fire truck from the township acquisition you've done here in the last year. That is all on the city's renewal at this time too. Also, we added a 2011 Chevy Caprice. I believe that was for the police department. I had Doug Cook go through the fire department, and he done just an outstanding job of itemizing out all the fire equipment in that building. He knows where everything down to where a life jacket is at. He knows the value of every item, including that life jacket. So what that allowed us to do is be much more accurate on your scheduled items, and that's value over $10,000 per item, and on your unscheduled items, which anything under that is all lumped together. So that, even though your premium might be a couple $1,000s more than last year, that added $273,000 on scheduled items. It added $355,000 on your unscheduled items. So there's a substantial coverage adjustment on these items that we're talking about today. So that's where it's at.
So those were things we had not covered in the past?
Right. This time they're more specific. You know exactly what you got, and Doug put together an inventory, and which I have, and he has a copy too, in case there'd be a fire at one of these locations. I mean, it's right down per tanker truck, per fire truck. I think he's got it nailed down per cabinet. So it was something that needed to be done, and he's done an excellent job of that inventory.
Did he include his garage, the stuff he's got in the garage?
I got that taken care of on another item.
Good, okay. Nothing extensive, but you know.
No.
Is it a blanket coverage in terms of a set dollar amount for, you know, let's say stuff gets moved to another building, or you know, it can be used?
It can be used anywhere. The only thing ICAP cares about, Bob, is that they're put where they're at most of the time. I mean, ICAP knows things move around. You know, vehicles are not always stored at 12th Street. You know, they might be stored down at City Hall. They might be stored at Falcon Center. They might be stored at 3 Elms Park. I mean, they know that things move around. They just kind of want to have a general idea where things are at.
I was thinking in terms of the building structure itself, that you get a set large dollar amount, and then depending on, you know, if say the city shop was more than what we thought it was, can we use from the whole blanket, or do we have
each building's going to stand alone? Yeah, each building's going to stand alone. Right. Yeah, they would have, when we put it together, it would have been a replacement cost done in each building, so we're accurate with that. You know, so we don't have $50,000 on a building that needs $200,000. So if it needs that, it's got it.
John, we talked before about, is this in here? I should bring it out, about that volunteer.
That's a work comp issue, Mayor.
Right, okay.
We're going to discuss the work comp situation coming up here in probably June, because that's got a July 1 renewal. But what the mayor is talking about there is a volunteer. A lot of cities have volunteers to do different things. And the Park and Rec is one area of a municipality that does get some volunteers. And the question always comes up, is the volunteers, are they covered? And there's an endorsement through IMWCA, which is your work comp carrier, that you can put on there for like $100 a year, and it will cover all your volunteers for medical only. Keep in mind, medical only. They're not getting paid a wage. So if they would be injured mowing the lawn and they need 6 stitches in their hand, IMWCA would pay for those 6 stitches. That's the endorsement the mayor's talking about. And I think the city should take a hard look at that. All cities that have volunteers have thrown it on there. Winthrop's got it, Raleigh's got it, Quaskey's got it, because especially your small communities that have a lot. I think, Steve, didn't you tell me somebody was gonna do some volunteer work on some landscaping in the city coming up this spring? You know, there's an example, somebody wants to beautify the city, that's, you know, more power to them, it's a great thing. You know, if they get hurt, would it be morally right to maybe take care of their injury? And for $100 a year, I think that makes sense.
Are the volunteers covered under our liability
Yes,
insurance?
yes, yeah, automatically, yeah, automatically. Yeah, there's no additional charge for that.
Okay, thank you, John.
You bet. Barb, this is the hard copy of what I sent to you. Ones that need all the signatures. You're familiar with that?
Thank you, John. Okay, we're still on item 2. Motion to adopt a resolution approving the renewal of the insurance coverage with Iowa Communities Insurance Pool represented by John Evers, as we just went and discussed. And
So moved.
I have a